Hi. So in part one of our video down the Natchez Trace Parkway, we started with a trip to Shiloh National Park, which turned out to be a bust, and that was really about it. The second day, first day down the Natchez Trace, second day of the trip, we went south almost to French Camp and documented all that. So now this is part two of the video. Likely it'll be a three-part video. I haven't fully figured that part out yet, but likely be at least a three-part. And here in part two, we're going to finish our trip to French Camp, where we were originally going to break for lunch, and then changed our mind on that. Finish out day two with Confederate Cemetery along the Natchez Trace Parkway, and likely we'll take you into a little bit of the trip back to Tennessee on the third day or second day down up the trace now. So that's where we're at the moment, and we'll continue on with part two. Coming up to a section of the old trace. That should be pretty neat. At least some of the ones that we've seen in the past on the Tennessee side are. It's had about 2 months of good rain though, so we're not too sure if we're going to get to do anything down through here or not. I'm going to stop and look at it, but I don't know if we're going to walk it or not.
Oh, park right in front of this one, right?
Yeah, I'm going to park right.
In front of it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Of course. Well,
You go, though. That could be your mom and dad.
hi, how you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Beautiful day today.
Oh, it is. And some of the original trace. It's pretty gravelly. Yeah.
To the left.
Oop. Yeah. Guess we're gonna go this way instead.
There's dry.
Okay. We'll walk down a little bit of it. Yeah.
Well, heck yeah.
Yeah.
We're walking the ancestors' footprints. Steps.
Imagine walking this for 500 miles. Oh, it's pretty soft on my side. And I'll go back over
Well,
and grab.
there's someone's way too.
Yeah.
It looks better than I thought.
Stay on the gravel, you won't sink in that.
Sure, my boots get dirty. Yeah, I think this might.
And I guess we're stopping. Pretty neat though, huh? Man, this looks swampy.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not raining, but
like that no whole wall thing.
Yeah. Pretty swampy. And we can walk down here and check out the actual creek. Well, if you would have seen her this morning, you'd be surprised. Now she shed 3 or 4 layers of clothing. Oh, it's probably right at 50 degrees. It was like 17 when we left the house yesterday morning. And, oh, there's the little creek. Looks like it. Alright, so this is French camp area. It looks like right over in there. And I don't remember we were around nothing, so drive down the road and come back a little bit. Yeah. Looks just like a little town, so I got a guy almost chasing me, so. French camp kid, okay. I mean, I'll find a place to turn around. Yeah, it's a little town. Kind of neat. Yeah.
Didn't look like it dropped off like that.
I know.
Good thing you noticed that.
Yeah, now let's find some place to eat. I don't know where. Bed and breakfast, welcome center.
Bread bakery.
Yeah. Seem to be a lot of old time cars going. Oh, I hope they're not having a car show because I won't go. I'll go someplace else for that. Yeah, I'm gonna pass that up. Yeah, we're gonna try to find us a place to eat. French camp thing, which we didn't know what it was to start with, just didn't really call out to us. So we're heading back north anyhow.
Turn right on Miller Road.
And we've just put a little search in for local restaurants, and we're going to try to track one of them down. Okay, so we're back on the trace, heading back towards Tupelo. And this is the first stop after we get back on after our lunch, which wasn't too bad. Bumpers, kind of a Sonic-like drive-in in Ackerman, Mississippi. Hope I gave you enough time to read it. And I guess Guessing that's it there. Although trees are budding now, look at oranges and reds. And now we're at the pigeon roost stop. Let's see here what it's got to say. And I guess somewhere in there. Yeah, there's something right there.
245.6.
I think this is something, yeah. Monroe Mission. Oh, a little picnic table. And Monroe Mission site. I think this is the last of it for us for today. We might drive just a little bit beyond the visitor center where we started this morning and pick up the Confederate graves, so we don't have to do that first thing tomorrow morning when we leave. So this is where we're at now, Chickasaw Council House. Yep, so we decided to make one more stop and just head past the visitor center to see this. It had been the first thing we got to tomorrow morning as we headed out, so take it off the list. Probably be a little more selective on our stops tomorrow. We've got a lot of distance to cover just to get back home. So I know on the Tennessee side we're probably only going to hit up about 6 of ones that that are our favorites, and then not sure even what's in the Alabama portion. And we'll just keep following this for a little bit. think right through here is part of the original trace. You can kind of see the wallow out parts. And right through here is how we came up. And didn't realize it was part of the original trace as we were walking up it. So you'll see as we come back through. And all this works out perfectly because I think my camera battery is about gone. So this is going to really just wrap up today. Here's how it is when we came through. Through here. Yep. So we're heading north on the trace now. Just we started probably 20 minutes ago or so after leaving the hotel. We're heading to Far Mounds. Like I was saying yesterday, we're not going to stop for everything on the way home. We're more of a hurry to get home now. But some of the more interesting things, or at least the things that we think are more interesting, we'll stop for. So check in with you here once we get to Far Mounds. So this is the Far Mounds site. I'm going to zoom in here in a minute, but it's unclear if we can go down there or not. We don't know. And kind of neat, huh? So we took a little walk out into the field to get out here closer to them. Wasn't anything that said whether we could or could not. So just gonna get out a little bit closer, but look around. There's supposed to be 8 mounds. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think maybe over there's a little field we're in. That building over there, that's where we came from. That's the trace right up along there. Pretty neat, huh? It'd be very short. See the little trail going to the tree?
Alrighty. They're not kidding. Huh.
Okay, so this little spot is right in the middle of cow field, and when we drove up, apparently the local herd thought we were going to bring them food because they all gathered to the fence, and they're waiting for us. What a disappointment too. And so here's the little spring thing. And them little cows are anxious. Well, you can walk down into it. And a little so from what we were reading in a little book that we got that's almost 20 years old now too, the some of the paleo peoples of the area would have used these little caves and stuff for things. And then just down the road there's a mound, so we're going to stop at too. So the book was linking the two peoples together. Still pretty neat. Hey, Goofy. What's on that side?
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. Little rock house. Part of this spring underneath it. Kind of neat. Okay, we are at the Bear Creek Mound site, which is literally just down the road from where we were just at with the cows and the little creek, sinkhole and stuff. And as you can see, we are right at the Mississippi-Alabama line. And come back over here to the sign and stuff. Oops, the car. originally said we were going to be a little more selective in some of our stops, and we've only missed by a couple, 2 or 3 coming up from Tupelo. There hasn't been the number of stops that there was yesterday when we were heading south. So anyhow, here's the sign for the Bear Creek Mound. And another little kiosk sign. And I'm not sure, but we're going to walk out close to it anyhow. Nothing says stay off the mounds, but I don't feel comfortable walking up on them. I'll walk up to them, but not on them. I'm going to guess that to be maybe 10 feet high, I'm guessing. Looks taller than I am. I guess 10, and I'm gonna, now that I'm up on it, I'm gonna say it's closer to 8 feet high. But it's pretty good size, just the same. Pretty neat, huh? My wife's in the tree line behind us. She says the river's running through there, so take a peek over at that too. Yeah, pretty neat. Oh yeah, I'd say it's pretty swollen. It you know, they were saying on the news when we were having breakfast at the hotel this morning that further south, a lot of areas in Jackson are evacuating right now because of flooding, and I forget the number exactly. It was like 19 inches they've had for the year already. On that same list, Knoxville, Tennessee was just behind it at 16 inches, and this whole area is expecting more rain this coming week. So been a lot of water this year. This little creek behind the mounds is, I would say, is pretty swollen. That's pretty neat.
I think so. Yeah.